Hey everybody, I am David, and today we are going to be talking about Arrow Season 6, Episode 4, Reversal. And this was a role reversal for both Felicity and Oliver. So let's get right into this. In the beginning of the episode, we see Oliver and Felicity on a date, and they kind of even reference, hey, this has been like the first time we went on a real date like this since like 3 years ago, which was the beginning of season 3. That was like their first date. And right in the beginning, we see that, yeah, this is a role reversal episode where now, instead of Oliver going off to save the day, now it's Felicity going off to save the day, help the team, and do her duty. And Oliver's the one being left behind in the restaurant alone. I thought that was really nice, setting up the idea of this reversal role. And even towards the end, when we got to see Oliver behind the desk, leading Felicity into where she needs to go and what she needs to do, I thought that was pretty sweet of the episode to do. Obviously, we do get to see Oliver back in the suit. Well, he's not in the Green Arrow suit, but he did get a little bit back in action. He had to wear one of his undercover suits, I guess, his covert suit. So I think that's going to be the start of him eventually, I think, getting back into the habit of doing things, because we already started to see those habits again. Last week he came down in the Arrow Cave to give Diggle some advice. This week he's already starting to slowly creep back in there and try to get back into the game. He even he did give them some orders what to do, and then he's like, sorry, old habits, and he decided to exit the Arrow Cave. So I think those are hints of things to come, which I can't wait to see Oliver. I'm enjoying Diggle as the Green Arrow a lot, but there is a part of me that wants to see Oliver get back into the game. And what is it going to take for him to get back into it? That's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they don't come up with some half-ass excuse. Hopefully they come up with a really good excuse on why he's coming back. We also get Laurel in this episode. Laurel's back as Black Siren, the evil Laurel from Earth 2. It's always great to see Katie Cassidy playing this role, I think. I think she's having a lot of fun playing the bad side of Laurel. I think it's always fun for any actor to play a bad guy, because that's when you get to let loose and not actually be what you are, you know? Some people are evil, but like, I'm pretty sure a lot of these actors, they're having a blast because they don't get to do this in real life. They get to do it on TV, which is a lot of fun. And we find out in the episode as well that she's working with Caden James, played by Michael Emerson. For those of you that watch Lost, he played Benjamin Linus on Lost. He was a great villain there, and it looks like he's going to be a great villain here. I love seeing him, how cold and calculating he was. I think he's going to be great seeing more. And it looks like I don't remember if I made this prediction in the first episode, but it did cross my mind that it might have been him that saved Laurel from the island after it blew. That he was the one that arrived on a helicopter and picked her up and took her off the island. I remember thinking it. I don't remember if I said it in that review of that episode, but I'm pretty sure I did. And it was confirmed here, obviously. We even get the return of Helix, Felicity's BFF, and that's actually what drags Felicity back into going out into the field. I never liked the Helix storyline from last season, and this episode I actually thought it was alright. I thought it actually fit the whole plot better. Because I thought it was going to be just another B storyline, but it actually turned out to be connected to the Laurel Lance storyline. So all of it actually came together towards the end. Similar to how I believe The Flash was this week. They had two storylines going on, and then they came together at the end. This one, I think, came together a lot more better, more organically, because it made more sense when it all came together. And so I thought the Helix storyline was really good, and looks like Felicity's going to borrow the name Helix for her company that her and Curtis are building up together. There is a part of me that feels like the show doesn't really need Felicity anymore, because I feel like Curtis can easily take over the Felicity job. Now, I know they were kind of saying in the episode that Felicity is a much smarter hacker and stuff like that. But I don't buy it. I think Curtis is equally as smart, and I don't know why they're downplaying Curtis like that. There was a scene where they said they needed Felicity because Curtis wasn't able to do the job as good as her. And no, I think Curtis can do it if the writers wanted him to. And I feel like he's just as smart as Felicity. I mean, that's why they are getting into the business together. Because I feel like both of them are all pretty much equal minds in many ways. But Olicity is a thing, and even though it didn't bother me in this episode, I'm actually enjoying the Olicity stuff this season. I know some people differ on Olicity and feel like it destroyed the show. There are times where it did destroy the show, but there are times where Olicity has actually been enjoyable, and so far this season has been making Olicity enjoyable, and that's probably why I was a little nervous with this episode, especially with Helix involved, because I thought somewhere down the line in this episode, Olicity was going to cause chaos, but it didn't. The Olicity stuff was handled really well. This was a really good episode, and I think it set up some more interesting things for down the road as we continue down this season. I can't wait to see more of Michael Emerson, like I said earlier. And then obviously we get the little tease for next week with Deathstroke on the phone. We didn't get to hear Manu Bennett, which I thought was weird. Probably because they said, no, we can't get him for this episode. We'll have him in the next one. So just pretend you're talking to him. And that's what Stephen Amell did. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing Deathstroke next week. He's definitely one of the best villains, now turned allies, so I can't wait to see what's going to go on with him. I saw the little bit of the preview. I try not to watch the previews for the following week because sometimes they spoil a little bit too much, but I can't wait. So with that being said, guys, this was a really good episode this week. I thought it was really good. Nice, solid episode. Not the best episode this season, but definitely much better than the premiere. The premiere was so far the weakest episode, in my opinion, this season so far. But this was a good one. With that being said, comment below. Tell me your thoughts on the episode. My opinions aren't the only one that matters. Other people's opinions matter as well. Like this video. Subscribe. Please support me, guys. I could use all the support. And until next week, take care.